Hi all, welcome to Chess 24/7, and you are encountering another chess video for the week. And this time I've decided to play a chess game against a bot called Maya 9, which is a new bot on Lichess. And the specialty about this bot is that it's more human-like bot, and by that I mean the bot will make more human-like moves. So whenever we are playing, oh my god, the match got rebooted. Anyway, so the idea behind this bot is that it will make more human-like moves. So whenever we are playing against a bot, generally it so happens that it will make a weird move, and it will be difficult for us humans to understand what's the intent behind the bot or the move. So LHS came up with this bot. The idea is to bot makes moves which are more human-like, which are easier to understand. So with that said, let's get started. Let me just challenge the bot again. And so they have a couple of different levels for this bot. I'm playing the one which is at 1900. They also have another bot at 1500, I believe, at 1200 also, and there's another bot which is for experimental purposes. So I'm going to go for what, my god, so I'm going to go for a simple match against the bot, a simple 1900 match against the bot. Okay, there we go. Let's challenge the bot to a game. So I have played only one game before this game against the bot, and I won that game. And I played that game today in the morning. Okay, so we do have a game. So we have e4 here. Let's go for d6. Let me just make sure that the music is playing correctly on the stream. There we go. Okay, we have d4 now. Let's go for my favorite, King's Indian attack. Oh, my bad, in this case it's defense, playing with black pieces. Okay, knight e7, knight e2. Now f4 might be an idea. I think now f5 could be played. Yeah. Okay, now I'm thinking about queen e7. Queen e7, and also b6 as an idea, but obviously I won't take on f5. So queen e7 is we are threatening the e4 pawn. What about b6? So look, I'll go for queen e7 anyhow because I like to go for the king side attack, and if takes, I'll take the f pawn. Okay, now he might play queen d2, trying to exchange the bishop. So let me just throw this question. Okay, now I can also play g5. That would put the bishop back, and I can win a pawn in this variation because g5, the bishop moves, we take on d4. Does not matter how black recaptures on d4, we just take on e4, and I'm going to take that risk. So let's see. And now we'll capture on e4. Also f6. I'm not sure if f6 is a problem here. Yeah, and now the d4 pawn is also, yeah, the d4 pawn is a little weak. Now I'm thinking about queen c6 maybe. Bishop, queen e7, and rook e1 could be played, and then I'll be required to move my queen somehow. Queen c6 does look a good move. Queen c6, knight f6. Also queen g4 is an idea, but then there could be some tactics with the knight on e2. Queen e3, bishop f2. Queen c6, I'm not sure. Queen c6, queen g4 is also I'll play queen g4 here, and then knight f6 followed by an attack on f5. But this does look a little scary, but I'll still take that risk, because the idea is to continue with the attack on king side. Okay. Wow, now f6 is a threat now. Rook e7, knight c6, knight c7. I'll play rook e7 here because e7 is a little weak here. And should I go for the endgame? Queen e7, rook e7. Oh. Now rook e7, rook e2. The queen could still put some pressure. Queen e2. I'll go for the endgame. Try to reach the endgame there. Maybe I didn't play. I mean, I should have moved my queen to a better square, I believe. I need to develop my bishop anyhow. And now maybe bishop b5. Okay. I see. Also, I'm down on time, so I'll move a little fast here. And now d4 is weak. I can go for d4, check. I'll go for d4, but I'm not sure. d4, king moves, bishop d4 check, king moves away, and then my bishop will be in a pin. and it's a dangerous pin. Not sure if I should go there. Let me just first hit the queen so that d5 doesn't become a threat, and I'll try to avoid exchanging queens here. Okay. And now what? I can win the pawn on a2, but I mean there are a lot of ideas that I want to implement. Let's start with I hope the only problem is he can play b3, kind of trap my bishop. I'll just first of all play my rook to the d file and take care of d5, even if bishop 8. Okay, there we go. Let's go for bishop a2 now, because I have to play for something here. And now f6. I'm not sure if f6 does achieve anything. Also, I can play king h7 here. Okay, let me just bring back my bishop. King h7, and just make sure that now my position looks a little scary because my king is just busted. Let's just play a little fast. Now f6 might become a target. And now queen c6. Just get out of that pin. There we go. There we go. We lost piece here. Okay. There we go. Let's see if we can get a perpetual. King h1 would be played here. And now queen a4 is the threat. If queen d1, I'll just king h7. So what's the idea? Queen a4. Can't I play queen h4? My bad. What's the problem with... Yeah, that was checkmate, right? He blundered. Oh my god, the bot blundered. In the end, he just blundered. I didn't expect to blunder, I mean for any bot to blunder in that position. Wow. I think over here I should have played e4 right away, because after he plays f4 he gets f5 in, which I really don't like. And now this is just simple, but again it's a human bot, so I can... Yeah, now here I should have played queen c6, but the idea was to continue the attack on the king side. And now because all of a sudden, and I did not account knight d5, and with queen c6 the only problem was, let's see what the computer says. Let's go to the analysis board. What's the issue with the music? I can't hear it. So I guess I might have Not played the opening also correct, I guess it could be the case. Now I'm not sure if knight e2 is a good move. I'm sure a 1900 player would not play knight e2 in this position. Yeah, f4, maybe knight f3 is also a decent move. I'm not sure why knight e2 was played. Okay, let's see if g5. At this point I can get a pawn, but let's see if computer would suggest g5. Oh, it does. Yeah, and now I just win a pawn here, at least on the initial lines of the analysis. Yeah, let's see now. Where should I move now? Queen c6 was the idea. And after d5, maybe queen b6. Queen e7. I did consider it, but I thought queen e7 will just restrain my queen's movement. But anyhow, so let's see. I was very fond of playing queen c6 here, and if d5, I think d5 could be a move, but then queen b6. Yeah, so queen bishop f2 makes sense, because if d5 and queen b6 wins the pawn. Okay, what's wrong with queen b6 here? Bishop f2, and can't I just win the pawn here? And this diagonal is extremely weak now. Okay, rook b1. I get out of the attack with the, let's say, queen a3, but the diagonal is too weak. Yeah, okay, knight b5, but queen a5, right? And now what? Yeah, but I mean, okay, anyway, moving ahead, I want to see where I mean, why I planted that piece. So this position is rook e7 right move. C6 is what the computer says, and then rook b8 maybe. So let's go for c6, knight. Yeah, exactly. Knight e7 looks. Oh wow. Knight c7, rook b1. Now bishop d6. Yeah, bishop d6. Got it. So let's see if bishop a2 in this position is right or not. Bishop takes a2. Okay, bishop c4, bishop a2. Got it. Bishop a2. I think over here I can take with the pawn maybe. I think a computer would still say, oh, it says to take with the pawn and not with the bishop. Okay. Maybe to keep the pawn structure intact, but anyhow, moving ahead. I guess now rook takes f6 should have been played. What's the issue with rook f6? Bishop f6, and now what? I see, but queen f5. My bad. Yeah, queen f5. Got it. Anyhow, let's go for a rematch now. Let's challenge him once again and see what do we get. Okay, with white pieces now. Let's go for knight f3. Play king's Indian attack. Oh, okay. And now our setup is complete. In fact, it's known as Bar Kaza opening if I'm correct about this. And now an eventual e4 is coming. Cool. Since the center is close, I can play queen e2. Knight f1 is also good. What about knight c4? Attacks e5 pawn twice. And then black would be required to move his queen. Let's say queen c7. And then I can also go for a4, which avoids b5. But my pawns, I mean, again, I would love to attack on the king side, because my pawns are pointing towards the king side. So I'm sure knight c4 is not a bad move here, but I'll go with the okay. Now f5 is coming, what I think would be good for me, and now f5 is coming anyhow. F5, ef5, rook f5. I'm thinking about let's play queen e2, which attacks the e5 pawn twice, thrice in fact. So f5, e5. Oh, there we go. Now these light squares are pretty weak. Let's play h3 g4. Bring my knight also, my f1 knight also into game. Okay. Let's go for knight g3 and knight f5. Okay. I just need to make my f3 knight go away so that I can push for f4. Maybe knight h4. Takes x. Okay. Knight h4. My knight is under attack, and then maybe f5 take knight. Yeah. So knight h4. Okay. Now let me also see what side behind c4. Can I just take? But no, taking is not a good option. But yeah, so I'll just go for my attack. If take takes. If knight b4, I'll simply play a3 there. Yeah. Now knight has to go back, and now I'll bring my. I can also play f4 here, but I'll just first consolidate my knight on. Oh, I see. So the idea is to bring the knight to c5. No, b4, c5. Okay, should I go for So let's knight c5. That's a good knight. Let's go for b4 because I don't like that knight on c5 because that would bring yeah. Okay, now okay, I'll just go for, if knight b5 I'll play bishop d2 takes care of c3. At some point of time I can also think about exchanging my bishop for that knight if required. Yeah, now it's coming to c3. Knight e7, queen e7, knight f5. Okay, if knight c3, I'll just take it with my bishop. Let's, oh, there we go. I lost my pawn on a3. I didn't see it. My bad. I think pawn takes would be the correct response. Yeah. Okay. Now how should I go about? Maybe so let's just attack the pawn on c2 maybe, but I have to be aware of bishop b3. I didn't see that move, my goodness. Bishop b3. Okay, now maybe this knight is coming. Now first of all let me just grab on e7, hit the queen with my f5 pawn, with my f5 knight. Now I can take, because that would attack the b7 pawn, but that would break my pawn chain. If e f5, yeah, let's just go because if knight d4, which would be played, then I'm not sure. I have to give away my rook anyhow. I think I played a really terrible game. Now what? Let's take on c2 now. At least my d3 weakness is still protect. Whoa, I didn't see that. I just didn't see that. I guess let's resign. That's enough for the day. I don't know. I mean, let's go for another rematch. Knight. Okay, so we have London maybe with e3. There we go. We have London on board. Castle. I think my last game was just pathetic. I don't even feel like analyzing it. I'll probably analyze it post my stream. What about knight e5 is not an option for white, which is something I think is the idea in London. What about rook e8? Oh, I think this is just a, oh, it's not a trap. I thought it is a trap for a moment. Okay, now maybe he is planning to castle on the queen side. I should get my pawns rolling on that side of the board. Let's just throw this bit of a question if he wants to exchange. Yeah, and now he'll castle on the queen side. Okay, now this is dangerous. My rook, my queen against my opponent's rook. Hmm. Now I'm threatening e4. Okay, wait, let me see. Doesn't e4 work? e4, knight e4, knight e4, bishop e4, queen e4. Oh yeah, queen e4, rook e4, rook d8. Yeah, I think the only problem is I'll still go for e4 because rook d8 check, king h7, and then my bishop on c8 is kind of blocked here. But I can, with an eventual b6, uh, get my bishop also out. If rook d8, I'll just move away my king. Maybe play rook e7 now. Defend c7 and f7. And now bishop b6. Okay. So I'm up a piece, so I guess this should be winning. Hmm. And now rook d7 is the idea. Hmm. Okay, I'll play this check because of e4. Let's see if e4 is played. Now we are exchanging the bishop knight also. Also b5 is a threat now. I can play a6. I think a6 is not possible right now. Yeah, so let's just exchange off the pieces. If rook a7, king g7. If rook b7, bishop d8 also possible. Bishop d8, rook b8 is, yeah, let's. So I'm thinking about bishop f2, rook b6, rook b6, check, king b6, bishop e3, and then he has two passed pawns. Okay, I'll go for that because I also have my c pawn, which will be some sort of resistance to those two pawns. Okay, let's just start push, but then okay, let me just first okay, let's prevent e5. And now bishop f2, and now I can push my h and g pawns. I think we are winning this one. Even if e5, my f1 stops. Okay, and I can also think of sacrificing my bishop for the b pawn. Okay, now it's good because now my bishop controls the queening square of the b pawn. Now e5 was also controlled. I can just capture it with my knight, my king. And now let's capture on b8 on the next move. And now let's just promote to a queen if possible. There we go. There we go. Now let's just, maybe, you know what, let's just queen another pawn. Okay, let's checkmate the king. Let's checkmate the bot with two queens here. So this is the defining feature of this bot. Sometimes you lose and sometimes you win just very easily. And that's made on the next move. There we go. It should be made now. Let's go for a rematch. Let's go for e4 this time. And we have Alekine's defense. Okay, I haven't played against this. I'll play d3. I'm not sure if this is the right move or not. Okay. f4 now. Now he's going for King's Indian defense. I'm thinking about g3. And this might not be the best way to play an opening, but the idea is to attack on the king side. Now f5 is coming. So f5. My only developed piece is a knight here. g4. g4. Should I knight h5? Okay. Let's go for this. Bishop g2. Now I'm thinking about bishop e3, but then the bishop on g7 would become a beast. Okay, let's just shut the bishop first with g5, knight h5, and now this bishop is shut down at least. Now how? Okay, now knight g3 could be devastating. Can I play king f2? King f2, bishop, queen b6. It's possible. So knight g3, my rook is hit. I move my rook. Let's just develop this bishop first. If knight g3, somehow I can play bishop f2 somehow, and maybe take care of it. Now d5. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, to be honest. Okay. Now should I castle on the queen side, because b5 could be a part of it. I'll play my knight here because everything is closed right now. Now the idea is to play knight g3 somehow with bishop f2 first. Okay, let me first capture here, and now I'll play bishop g3, knight g3. Okay, now c6 could become a weakness. Now the reason I played a3 was because eventually I'll play my a rook to c file, knight g3, and I can put my king on e2 as well, because the position is closed right now. Okay. King f1. I'm not sure. King f1, knight h3, bishop h3, bishop h3 check, king e2, queen can enter, bishop can enter back. Bishop f1 looks ugly. I'm not sure. Okay, bishop f3, maybe I can play bishop d1 somehow, but that's just passive, being passive. Also, the bishop on h8 is dead, and I can play h4 now if given a chance. h4, h5, which is not possible now. Now let's just try to get rid of this bishop maybe, and I'll capture with my knight. Okay, should I capture? Yeah, let's just go for it, and maybe play. No, if I play rook h2. Yeah, I'll still play rook h2 here, and I just want to move my king to some safe place. Maybe f2. Okay, I'm losing a pawn on c7, but that is still fine, I guess, because I'm up a piece, I'm up a piece. Nah, there we go. Hey, can I somehow... My goodness, I just didn't see this move at all. I guess that's about it for the day. It was fun playing the bot. Just completely missed the last move, and yeah, that's about it. And if you like this video, then hit that like button, and see you in my next video next week. Till then, take care. Goodbye.